One of the most powerful practices you can do if you want to be less reactive to your emotions, build self mastery, come back to spiritual awareness, the path to self realization, if you are a spiritual seeker, it's to deny your bodily urges. And this is something that I've come to realize over time through practice, whether it's leaving my phone at home when I'm going for a walk, whether it is intermittent fasting, whether it is denying lustful urges, semen retention, whatever it is, they're practices that I've noticed that have helped me come back to awareness. They have trained me to be able to overcome emotional urges, compulsions, which ultimately helps to get off autopilot, living from that place and be more conscious in life, live a more conscious life. And I'm actually going to try something new, something that I've never done before. I'm going to do a 3-day water fast. So basically, I just don't eat for 3 days. I'll just drink water with electrolytes. But I'm really excited to do this because I've heard really good things about it, really positive things from, not only a physical health standpoint, but also a mental and spiritual standpoint as well, in terms of gaining clarity, being more present, whatever it is. And so I'm really excited to do this. I'm going to keep you guys in the loop. This is just kind of a video to talk about why I think that denying your flesh, so to speak, denying your bodily urges is a very powerful practice. As I said, I've noticed it in my own life in saying no to constantly stimulating my mind, even the simplest things. When I drive to work, sometimes I'll drive to work without any music on, just to be still, be in awareness, be present with whatever I'm doing, which would be driving to work at that point. Or, like I said, going for a walk without music or a podcast. Being aware of emotional urges around food. And to me, I've been a personal trainer for about 9 years now. That is, I'd say, one of the number one tips I would give in terms of weight management is managing your emotional urges. Maybe not managing your emotional urges, but managing yourself in relation to your emotional urges, especially when it comes to food. A lot of times, we engage in, just emotional eating, stress eating, whatever that looks like. And I've noticed that when I started setting a time when I would stop eating, that was really helpful in terms of managing my weight, for example. So I'm really excited to do this 3-day water fast. I'm actually already 8 hours in. And I can tell you right now, I'm hungry. It's not easy, but I can already see the benefits of it. I went out for a walk earlier, and I just found that I was much more present during my walk, much more mindful and more grounded in myself and just in the present moment. So I'm really excited to see how the next 3 days go. This is something that is very foreign to me. I have been anything but someone who fasts in my life. I've done food challenges. I have always been someone that has had a very big appetite and someone that has eaten a lot of food. Especially when I was on the bobsled team, I was eating, 6 times a day. So now going from that to having nothing for 3 days, it will be interesting. But like I said, I'm really excited to see where this goes and what happens internally, because to me, it's more of an internal thing, gaining clarity, coming back to awareness rather than living from, again, the urges of this mind-body vessel that I'm experiencing life through. So stay tuned, because I will be posting another video at the end of the 3 days just to talk about, how it went, would I recommend it, basically my testimony, if you will, to doing this type of thing, a 3-day fast. So I hope this helps you, maybe inspire you to look at your own lifestyle. Maybe not do a 3-day fast, but how often are you giving into your bodily urges? Whether it's, food, the urge to distract yourself or stimulate your mind with video games or TV or your phone, or maybe that's a lustful urge of some sort. Whatever it is, I think it's really important to be able to gain mastery over ourselves through awareness by being aware and observing these urges rather than compulsively living from them. Because I've seen it in my own life that living compulsively, it almost is like a downward spiral, and it just keeps you stuck in this loop that is not a very fulfilling or enriching way to live or a meaningful way to live. It really sucks the potential out of you. It keeps you from living your potential. But beyond that, it keeps you from living a peaceful way of life. So I've noticed that from my own life. I'm excited to do this 3-day fast. While I know it's going to be difficult, it already is difficult. But stay tuned. So I hope this video helps, and I'll see you in the next one.